glitch there. Third time's a charm, right? Because this is the second time that I've tried to go live and had some little glitchy things going on. So anyways, welcome. I'm just going to give a couple more minutes here, or just a few seconds here, to let other people come in if other people are joining, despite my little glitchy woo thing. And if you are here already, just drop me a quick hi in the chat. I have actually done it the right way this time. So, and let me know where you are watching from. And also if you are watching the replay. I'm going to be dropping some juicy things today. We're going to be talking about all the things that you want to do to be getting clients in 2026 in your massage business. So I will get cracking here, no further ado. So I know I talk to a lot of massage therapists and they are frustrated with their social media. They're posting, then they're not posting. They're not getting likes. They're not getting consistent bookings. They're not getting any bookings most of the time from their social media. So today we're going to be talking about that. And usually it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's because you don't have a strategy in place. Now, I know that a lot of gurus out there, I've been in their communities, I've learned a lot along the way. And in all honesty, like even their strategies just didn't work for me in my business. So this is why I think it's important to work with another massage therapist who knows the industry as well. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and how to get clients the easy way in 2026. So most people I work with, most massage therapists that I work with, they're tired, they're exhausted, they're posting, following all the trends, trending music, you name it. They're trying it all and it's just not working. And or they're relying on word of mouth to get bookings, and it just doesn't work long term. It's great to get referrals. Obviously, it's important to get rebookings and things like that. But in terms of going out and getting clients from social media, this is what we're going to be talking about. And today I'm going to be talking about the different visibility methods that most people are using and what they should be using. So grab a pen and pencil, or pencil and a notepad or whatever, bring up your notepad and take some notes, because we're going to be talking about what's going to make sense for you and your business goals so that you can start getting clients on repeat. But first of all, what I want to do is break down the different kinds of marketing which you may not be aware of. So first of all, we've got organic marketing, which is what most people are doing. So they're doing things like handing out business cards, they're relying on referrals, they're going to networking events or doing booths and things like that, community boards, posting on Facebook groups, maybe partnering with gyms, salons, chiropractors, hairdressers, things like that, or being recommended by other partners, so other hairdressers, other massage therapists, other practitioners, hairstylists, things like that. And then you've got online organic, which is things like what most people are doing again, posting on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you're posting, posting in free or local Facebook groups, obviously your Google business profile, reviews and testimonials, and then obviously like sometimes YouTube videos if you're doing those. And most people think that organic is free, but it is free, but it's also costly in other ways. Because when we're posting organic content, it's often not being seen by the people that you want it to be seen by, because it doesn't get the reach. Now, a misconception that I've seen a lot of the time, which is what a lot of the gurus seem to go on, is viral posting. So like things going viral, which you don't want in a local business. You don't really want to go viral, because you really need to be focusing on your local audience, because that's where your clients are. Your clients aren't overseas. Your clients are in your local city. So which is why it's very important to be focusing on that. So using local hashtags is a great way to do that. Or you could even go into hashtag your different community, like different businesses and things like that, and then do it that way, and then comment on those posts. And then it gets eyes also on your business. Sometimes people will click that. That's just an easy way to do it, but it's also time consuming to do that. And of course, a lot of us, we're busy. We want to be in our treatment rooms working with our clients. And it's also costly in other ways. So it's costly in your time, it's costly in your energy, and it's consistency. Like you need to be showing up every day and doing this. And it's also about emotional visibility. And it also can come down to like imposter syndrome. So I talk to a lot of massage therapists that they're frustrated because they're looking at other people's content and they're seeing that other stuff's taking off and theirs isn't. And quite often what I will see is a lot of them will post and then they'll just get frustrated and then they don't post. And then they'll post again and then they'll not post again. So there's this constant back and forth, which doesn't do very well for your algorithm either, because it takes time for that to ramp up, which is why it's important and why you'll hear everybody say that consistency is what's important. So if you can only commit to like 3 times a week or whatever is consistent for you, stick to that, because that's important, because the algorithm gets to learn that. And it's not because none of this works, it gets to be frustrating for the most part. Social media is frustrating. It's not like they teach us this in massage school. So it's just not something that they teach. And it's something that I've been doing in my own business for a long time. Like I've usually got most of my clients from social media as well as referrals and things like that. But the main way that I get clients is through social media. So where most massage therapists get stuck is that a lot of them are relying on one organic means. So they're either doing just referrals or they're doing just events or whatever it is, instead of looking at the big picture. Now, it's really important to understand that organic content doesn't mean that you have to post every single day. It doesn't mean that you have to be chasing trends and using trending music. I, for one, didn't find it worked for me. And I often see gurus saying, oh, use this trending audio or use this particular strategy or whatever that they're sharing for the month or the week. And it doesn't work. I'm sure that you've even tried it yourself. And I'm sure I'm speaking, truths here, because it didn't work for me. And I'm sure as hell it's not working for you, which is why I'm talking about it today. Organic takes a long time. It takes consistency, and most people give up. We don't have time to be faffing around on social media when we are working in the treatment room with our clients. This is why we got into this in the first place. Now, organic content is great for nurturing, but it's not great for actually filling your calendar and keeping those bookings coming in. So we're going to talk about that. And if organic content has been slow for your business growth, it's not because you're awful or you don't know what you're doing. It's just because it's just not designed for the way that you think it is, especially for local business. So next, we're going to talk about paid visibility. So this is basically, like, a lot of people get scared when they hear this because they think, oh my God, it's going to cost me a fortune. I don't have enough money. And it's not true. Like, simply put, don't let it scare you, because this is the missing piece that most people are not doing. And paid visibility is basically putting money on your content to show your best stuff to more people in your city. It's faster, it's more consistent, and it's less emotionally draining on you, so that you can focus on being in the treatment room with your clients. It's easier for people who are introverts. So as massage therapists, a lot of introverts we're dealing with, so don't have to be on camera and things like that. So it's really easy. So paid visibility, it shouldn't replace organic, but it should just complement it. And it's really about putting fuel on the fire, is when you're using paid visibility. So how does this look? What kind of content can you make? Well, you would be looking at creating content of why somebody should book with you. Like, what is your story? Why did you get into massage therapy in the first place? That's what's going to make you stand out. It builds connection with your clients. The other thing that you really want to focus on as well is connection. So the connection piece is really important. And it also, you want to speak about what makes you different than somebody up the street. What makes you stand out? Most massage therapists are just copying everybody else and they don't stand out. If you're doing content like that, that's partially why you're not getting bookings. It's because your content just looks boring and it's just like everybody else. And most massage therapists will tell me it's overwhelming. I don't know what I'm doing. I would rather have somebody else do it. It's very, very costly to have somebody else do your social media, your ads, and all of that. It's very, very expensive. So what I'm going to be teaching you inside my upcoming membership is how to do this yourself and how to do it easily and not having to spend, $700,000 on somebody that's going to do it for you, because it is so easy. And I'm going to teach you how. If you want to learn more about my upcoming membership, it's going to be launching pretty quickly here in the next month or so. Just comment the word waitlist below and I will reach out with that, because I'm going to be opening the doors to that, and there's going to be some specials coming up. Anyways, more on that after. So it is easy. It can get to be easy, and you'll have basically clients wanting to book with you within 24, 72 hours. So think of it this way: organic visibility, organic marketing, like social media, is like planting a seed. But when you put money on it, it's like picking the fruit. Okay, that's kind of how I want to explain it. So organic is slow and nurturing, but paid is controlled, and it's going to be more predictable. It's going to be what's going to get you bookings, essentially, if you do it the right way. So organic content, it's going to grow your community. It's going to nurture your current clients. So it's great for that, but it's not going to give you more clients, because people need to be able to find you, right? And if people don't know that you exist, people can't find you. So if your content's not getting pushed out to your local city, people can't find you. Okay, so when I'm looking through my notes here, so that is it. So let's talk about actually, let me look at my notes here. So the main goal for wanting to get fully booked is visibility. It's getting eyes on your business. So if you don't have a sign on the door, or you don't have like a retail space, it's very difficult to do this. And if you're in a home-based business or whatever, you need to get eyes on your business. And if you're up in a tower somewhere and you have a studio, people need to be able to find you. So if they don't know you exist, they can't find you. You need eyes on your business. So what you're going to do is, first of all, you're going to have one video of you showcasing what you do. Then you're going to have a story about why you started your business, what makes you different than everybody else. And then finally, you'll have a testimonial that you'll work with so that other people can see that. But what you'll do is build the system around this so that the cold audience, and the people that don't know you exist, see one piece of content, and then you start to retarget the audience with the other pieces of content. And I will be showing you how to do all that. The exact system basically that I teach my students inside the membership, or I'm going to be teaching you inside the membership. And it works for therapists in big towns, in cities, small towns, whatever. I've been doing this strategy for years and I'm fully booked, and it works. So if you want help choosing what content to run, how to get more clients in your business, or how to get fully booked without burning out, then just comment the word waitlist below, and I'm going to actually send you some information about getting on that. So let's go further into this right now. I'm just looking at my notes here. So most people are getting stuck on wanting to take more certificates and things like that. Their table set up, like their room is beautiful, that you genuinely care about your clients, but your calendar has the gaps in it. So this is what's going on, is that people just don't know you exist, or people know that you exist, or they don't know what makes you different or why they should book with you. And this is about getting clear on the next couple of things that we're going to talk about. So I want you to think of 3 buckets, okay? And most therapists seem to obsess over 1 or 2 buckets, and they don't focus on the 3. So the first bucket is going to be your demand bucket. So these are the questions like, are people in your city actively searching specifically for what you do? Are your keywords all set up properly? Are you putting this in your content? Not massage in general. This is talking specifically about a problem that you solve, and that is your niche, basically. So if somebody landed on your Instagram right now, is it clear about what you do and who you help? So look at that. That's number 1. If someone reads your bio and they don't know clearly what you do within a couple of seconds, you've already lost them. They're not going to stick around. They're going to book with somebody who they know that's going to solve their problem for them. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm just going to take a sip of water here. Getting specific, instead of just saying a 60-minute massage, You want to say, like, I help people with chronic back pain from sitting at a desk all day, or I help to regulate nervous systems, or whatever it is. Or I work with anxious women who need help settling the nervous system. So it's very specific. It's not just broad. And you'll notice that you'll want to speak to a specific, like, specification. So it names a specific person or problem that you're solving. And then that creates a specific emotion that goes with that. And emotions lead to connections. A lot of mistakes that I see massage therapists making is they're saying, listing off all of the things that they do: deep tissue massage, pregnancy massage, cupping, sports massage, reflexology, instead of talking about the problem that you're solving. People don't care if you do cupping. They don't care that you do deep tissue. They just want the problem solving that they're coming to see you for, period. So when you're listing off all of your modalities, people don't think, wow, like, that person is so skilled. They do cupping and they do this and they do that. But that's not it. They don't care about that. They just care about getting the problem solved that they want to come in to see you for. Then they get confused if you have all of that because they don't know what to book. Then they don't book at all, right? So what I want you to do is think about one problem that you solve genuinely, that you love solving. The number one thing that people come to see you for in your massage business. Think about why you got into massage in the first place and the problems that you wanted to solve, and speak directly to that person in everything that you're doing, and make someone feel seen within the first 5 seconds of landing on your content. And then bucket number 2, we're going to be talking about traffic. So this is how, when I was saying before about how people find you. So once you get your messaging dialed in, that's your first thing. That's the most important thing, because once people land on your Instagram, then it's very clear about who you help. Then it's about, where do we go from there? So as I talked about before, we were looking at the different kinds of content, organic content, and then the paid content. And really, your paid ads, they're not a replacement for organic content. They're just basically an amplifier. So both organic and paid can work, but one gives you more control than the other, and one is going to get you way more bookings than the other. And then bucket number 3 is, how many steps does it take for someone to book with you? So from the moment that they click on your website, is it easy? Is it front and center, book now? Is it easy for them to book? Do you have a booking link on your Instagram? Is it very clear about how they book with you? Or would you rather lead people into your DMs and have them book there so that you can basically weed out people that you don't want coming into your business? A lot of therapists also confuse their clients again with too many things. Like, when people see lists of things that they don't know what to pick, it's confusing. They're just coming to see you because they want their problem solving. That's it. They don't need to see 20 different things that they have to pick from, because it just confuses. Them even more. Don't make people DM you for prices. That's a real big no-no. Be very clear about your pricing up and center. That's very important. And the big mistake I see is, I help with stress, I help with pain, I help with sleep, I help with anxiety, I help with tension, I do sports injuries, I do pregnancy. No, we want to be specific. So go after a specific audience. The number one rule is the rule of specification. And then what actually will get you clients is the problem that you solve. That's it. Be very clear about the problem that you solve and dial in on that. The solution, you're the solution to that problem. They're going to come see you because they see you as the specialist to that problem that you're solving for them, and you get to be the person, the go-to person in your city. So for example, for myself, I focus mainly on nervous system regulation. I deal a lot with a lot of people coming in who have like wired nervous systems, and I deal with a lot of people who've gone through traumatic experiences. I'm actually trained in that. So I help with that. An example of this as well could be like, you help office workers with chronic neck pain. So again, like, how many people are going to relate to that? Many, because a lot of people work at desk jobs, right? So people are dialed into that messaging. You help this person. this is the problem that you solve for them. Boom, off you go. It's super clear. That's very, very clear. People are going to book with you. One of the things to stop wasting time on in 2026 is not to spin your wheels. Don't be thinking that you need to rebrand all of your stuff. You don't need another website. You don't need another landing page. The logo isn't the reason why people aren't booking with you. The reason why people aren't booking with you because they don't know that you exist. And how do they find you? You have to get yourself out there. So that's either through your organic content or doing ads. I've seen massage therapists with amazing brands. They have beautiful setups, but they still can't get clients. And that's the number one thing. You have to be able to get clients in the door. You don't need to build a $5,000 website before you've even got clients coming in the door. The first and foremost is get clients on repeat, then worry about that down the road. Ignore what the gurus are saying. You don't need to have a funnel. You don't need to have all of these different things. You need to get clients coming through the door, and you need visibility on your business. You need a clear messaging. That's it. Taking more certificates might help with your confidence. That's great. We have to take different trainings as part of our trainings as massage therapists. If you're going to take trainings, make sure that they're trainings that are going to help you get further ahead in your business, that you're going to become specialized and known for something in your city. That's the best thing that you can do when you're thinking about different courses to take. And creating more content, I see this mistake so often. Going into ChatGPT and letting it do your content, it's not going to work because you just end up sounding like everybody else, and it's not unique, it's not authentic because it's not you. So it's good to use ChatGPT to come up with ideas, but I wouldn't do all of your content from ChatGPT because it just sounds way too generic. And also come up with a specific posting plan. So, if you can only post 3 times a week and you can commit to that, just do that. I'd rather that you post twice a week and be crystal clear in your messaging and what you're doing than posting every day and it being generic content that's just going to blend in. A couple more things to take away here is do not compare yourself to other people. They are not you. The number one thing that I see with massage therapists is imposter syndrome. They get so freaked out because they're focused on what other people are doing that they don't stay in their own lane, and they get freaked out. There is only one you. You are unique and you're special, and people are going to come to you. Your dream clients are going to come to you because you are you, not because of all your certificates, not because you have a fancy space. They're coming to see you, period. Your competition, your pricing, everything is different. Even your touch, everything that you do is going to be different than the next person. So don't worry. So the turning point is going to be this, and this is what really clicked for me in my own business, is the moment where you realize that it can get to be so easy to get clients in the door. You don't have to make it difficult. And following every single trend and getting stressed out about your social media every week, what to post, trending audios and all of this, they don't matter. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I've tried, trust me. And I've been inside the guru communities and what they're teaching. Yeah, it's interesting. The shift happened for me when I stopped trying to appeal to everybody. I started specifically going towards a target audience that I was wanting to market to. And then it became very clear and easy because you're speaking to one particular person or audience type. It gets to be very easy then to dial in on your messaging. I stopped talking about different things that I was helping people with, pregnancy massage, copying, all of those things. It got dialed in. And I got very specific about the type of client that I worked with. And I focused, this is the big thing, on an emotional connection, not all of the other stuff, the other fluff. I focused on making a connection to my dream clients. And what changed for me is my bookings became more consistent. I'm now booked for weeks out. I'm actually right now booking into the end of February. This particular YouTube right now is in January. I'm booking quite far out. I still have the odd 1 or 2 openings here and there just from cancels and late cancels and race schedules and things like that. But for the most part, I'm fully booked. People started noticing my content popping up all the time. And what we're saying, my clients are saying, I keep seeing you everywhere. Yeah, because I have a strategy in place to make that happen that I'm going to be teaching you. And I stopped chasing the algorithm. I stopped chasing all of the silly trends, the music, all of the dancing, all of the things that just don't work and get clients in your business anyway. The lesson takeaway is don't feel like you have to work harder. Don't be freaked out by content creation. It can get to be very easy. I'm going to show you how in my other videos as well. So don't fret. I'm going to be teaching you all this. And a couple of questions that I had submitted to me. Can organic content work alone if I can't afford ads? Yeah, it can. But what I would rather see someone do is save money if you can, and working from home and actually spending money on content and putting some money on ads, because that is going to put fuel on the fire for your business, and it is what gets me consistent bookings. Organic content is great, but it can take a lot longer. It just didn't work. It just didn't get client. It didn't happen fast enough. I think that's what it comes down to. It just wasn't happening fast enough for me to get clients constantly coming in. What if I like doing different types of massages? Well, you can still do different types of massages with your existing clients. It's no one's stopping you from doing that. This is about marketing. Your marketing needs to speak to a specific person so that they understand that you're speaking to them. And that's where I was talking about, even just talking about your story is going to connect people to you. So I often get people coming in to me because I have a former HR background. So a lot of people come to me because they're like, I know that you know that I'm stressed out because you've been in corporate. So I attract a lot of corporate people. I also have I also deal mainly with women. So my marketing is geared to women specifically. I still get the odd guy filtering through, but for the most part, I focus on women. So that is pretty much it for today. So hopefully this video helped. If you want some more information about the upcoming membership, just comment the word waitlist below and follow and subscribe for more videos. I'm going to be creating more helpful tips. I'm actually going to be creating more stuff about what's inside the membership as well. So definitely like and subscribe and follow along for some more videos upcoming. I'm fairly new at YouTube, so I'm really just learning my way through by doing these videos and knowing what to give you. And if you want help on a specific topic, let me know below and then I'll create it for you. I've been running my own business for the last 18 years. I only work 3 days a week now because I wanted to focus on helping other massage therapists with their businesses. And so I'm focusing on other things as well besides the 3 days a week, because I earn enough money that I can only have to work 3 days a week. So that is it for today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe and comment below.